Welcome to this week's tutorial. Today we are going to crochet this tote bag. This is a bag made for beginners. You will just need to know single crochet, double crochet and slip stitch in order to crochet this tote bag. The written pattern will be available at my website. You will need for this 2 skeins of Macrame Cord in beige and 2 skeins in blue from Ice Yarns. This is kind of a soft cord which is very easy to work with. Also a 5.5 mm hook for the base and a 3.5 mm hook for the upper of the bag and a marker. Use 2 strands together and start by crocheting 18 chains. Skip 1 chain and single crochet in the second chain. This is the first stitch of the first row of the base. Then continue crocheting on each chain 1 single crochet till the end of the row. In total you will have 17 single crochet stitches. Once first row is done, crochet 1 chain, does not count as a stitch, and turn your work. We will now crochet second row. Skip the chain stitch that you just made and insert the hook at first stitch and single crochet. Continue single crochet on each stitch until the end of the row. You will have in total 17 stitches. Crochet again 1 chain and turn your work. For the third row, we repeat the same pattern of the second row. Skip the chain stitch that you just made and insert the hook at first stitch and single crochet. Continue single crochet on each stitch till the end of the row. Continue repeating this pattern for 46 rows. Once finished 46 rows, your work will look like this, about 35.5 cm long. Now we start the sides of the bag. Crochet 1 chain. We will crochet stitches in between the connections of 2 rows of the bottom. Place your yarn at the front. Insert the hook from the back to the front. Pull the loop and slip stitch. Place a marker at the first stitch. Repeat the same for the next stitches until at the end of this side of the bottom. In total, you will have 46 slip stitches for the long side of the rectangle. Once finished 45 stitches, the last slip stitch will be right at the edge of the chain stitch base that you started with. Now we start turning 90 degrees and crochet the stitches of the short side of the rectangle. Again, on each stitch, crochet 1 slip stitch until the end of this side. In total, you will have 16 stitches. Continue crocheting the 16 stitches of this side and then repeat the same pattern for the long side of the rectangle and the second short side of the rectangle. At the end of all sides you will have 124 slip stitches, 46 slip stitches for each long side and 16 slip stitches for each short side. I will meet you at the end of this round to start the pattern for the side. Once the last stitch is finished, I will change hook to 3.5 mm. I will pull the last loop a little higher and then from the bottom to the top I will pull this loop again downwards. Then I will pull some more yarn and cut. The ends we will hide at the end. I will use my 2 strands together again and start working on top of the slip stitch row. But I will work on back loop only. You see there is 2 loops and we have the front and the back loop. I am going to insert the hook at the back of the loop and work in double crochet. This is optional in case you are a beginner and don't want to complicate your work, just insert the hook on both loops, like this. So insert the hook on back loop, pull through a loop and try to tangle the ends. And then crochet 3 chains. These 3 chains will count as a stitch throughout the round. In the next coming stitches, you will crochet 1 double crochet stitch on each stitch. So yarn over, insert the hook in the back loop, pull through, and close the loops 2 by 2 as a double crochet. This is the second stitch, and then you just follow the same pattern. In the next stitch, insert the hook on the back loop, and then pull through a loop and close the loops 2 by 2. So this is the third double crochet. This is the pattern that we are going to follow. Just crochet 1 double crochet on each stitch all around. In total, you are going to have 124 double crochet stitches until the end. It is a little bit hard to work with 2 strands, so once in a while, if you grab just one strand, just go back and do the stitch again. So just keep crocheting double crochet stitches until you go all around, and I will meet you at the end of this round, and I will show you how to connect the last stitch of the round with the first stitch of the round. Once finished all stitches, at the last double crochet stitch, I will insert the hook at 3rd chain and slip stitch. At the end of this round, we will have 124 double crochet stitches. To start the second round, crochet 3 chains, which will count as a stitch, and double crochet on each stitch until the end of the round. Again, we will have 124 double crochet stitches at the end of this round, and of course we will connect the last double crochet stitch with the first stitch of the round, inserting the hook at 3rd chain and slip stitch, same as we did at the first round. We will follow this pattern for 4 more rounds, in total 6 rounds. I will meet you at the end of round 6 to show you how to continue the rest of the pattern. Once I finish 6 rounds, I will leave the blue yarn and keep working with just the beige yarn. Also, I did change to a 4 mm hook to have the stitches more sparse. Again, same pattern, but now with just one color. Crochet 3 chain stitches, which count as a stitch, and double crochet stitch for all the stitches until the end of the round. Once finished all the double crochet stitches, then slip stitch at 3rd chain of the first round. Repeat this pattern with beige color one more time, so in total you will have 2 rounds with beige color. I will meet you once I'm finished the second round with beige color. Once I finish the second round with the beige color, I will leave the beige now and I will start to work with the blue one. You will have some yarn over, but this is from inside, so it doesn't matter. Once I did with a slip stitch here, now I'm gonna crochet 3 chain stitches, but changing the color. 1, 2, and 3 with a blue color. And now I'm going to crochet with the blue color on each stitch 1 double crochet all around, same as I did with the beige color. Okay, so I will crochet one double crochet on each stitch until the end of all stitches all around, and of course I will connect with a slip stitch on chain number 3 here, same as we did for the other rounds. So I'm gonna work like this for 4 rounds with a blue color, and then I'm gonna change color again. So here it is, I finished 4 rounds with the blue, And now I'm going to repeat these 2 rounds with beige. So I'm going to leave the blue one and I'm going to pull the beige. So 1 and 2, because I already had 1, 2 and 3 chains. And now I'm going to go 2 rounds with double crochet with the beige color. Okay, so I will go around 2 rounds with the beige color. Of course, here I will crochet, slip stitch and chain number 3, and this is how I will close. I will see you once I finish 2 rounds with the beige color. Once I'm done with the second round of beige, I will start working with both colors, so I will grab both blue and beige color, and I will repeat the same pattern of the previous rounds. So 3 chain stitches, which count as a stitch, and double crochet on each stitch till the end of the round. And of course, at the end of the round, connect with a slip stitch at chain 3, the last stitch with the first one. In total, 124 stitches. Repeat this pattern 5 more times, in total 6 times with both colors. This is how it looks once I'm done with the 6 rounds with both colors. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is cut the yarn at the side, and then I'm going to start sewing on the 4 sides. I will show you how to do that because I need some structure. Also, I am going to crochet the handles. I will need 2 handles, so I will show you how am I going to do that as well. A tapestry needle, of course with 2 strands, and make a knot. So I'm gonna take the sides and I'm gonna go right here a little bit. So first I will hide the knot like this. Then I will just go in and out. Okay, until the end. So it will look like this. If you see already, it does give structure. So I'm going to do this for all the other 3 sides, and then I will move on to the handles. I will take again 2 strands and I will start to crochet the handles. So the pattern for the handles is going to be take your hook, your 3.5 mm hook, and then crochet 8 chain stitches. So 1, 2. The first 3 chain stitches, they serve as a double crochet, they count as a double crochet throughout. So we will skip 3 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, insert the hook at chain number 4 and double crochet. So the 3 chain stitches count as a double crochet, and then this is the second double crochet, and we crochet another this is the third one, and we crochet another 3 double crochets, in total 6 double crochets, including the first 3 chain stitches. Okay, 6 double crochets, and then we do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, turn your work on the other side, and then yarn over, skip the first stitch here and insert in the second one, because these 3 chain stitches that we did count as a double crochet. So this is the second double crochet, and crochet double crochet on each stitch until the end of the row. In total you will have again 6 double crochets. So this is my 5th one, and the 6th one we will just grab it somewhere here at the 3 chain stitches that we did. This is where we are going to do always the last double crochet. Okay, so just keep working like that, forth and back, counting the 3 chain stitches as a double crochet throughout. This is how your work is going to look like. So we are going upwards because we need to do the handle. So I'm going to crochet in total 22 rows of double crochet, okay? And I will show you later, once I finish the 22 rows, the length on centimeters. Okay, so once the 22 rows are done like this, the length is approximately 35 cm, nearly 35 cm. So what I'm gonna do now, I will cut one of the colors and just leave some yarn so it will not escape. So I will take out the blue one. As for the other yarn, you can leave the blue if you want to. I will pull some more because I want to do the sewing. So I will leave quite some yarn. Then I will cut. With this one, I'm gonna hide it later on. And with this one, I'm going to start and sew. And with a tapestry needle like this, first I need to have the yarn from here to here, because these two rows of double crochet I won't sew. So I have to go a little bit inside like this, in and out. If you want to, you can just cut totally here and then start from the second row. Okay, so I am now at the second row here. I skipped already 2 rows and I'm gonna fold like this. So now I'm going to sew all along in this way, folding. I will sew until I have 2 rows left, and I am just going to sew like this. Just make sure that 1 row here corresponds to the 1 row here. And here we are. I finished all the sewing and I left 2 rows over here. I'm gonna do the same again. I will go through this one until the end, the same as I did, because I will need this yarn to sew in the bag. So once I'm at the end over here, I have this left over like this. So I'm gonna sew this. This is the end of the handle. Let me just give it some shape. Press it a little bit like this. So your handle is going to be like this. Okay, and these 2 are going to be sewn on the bag. So I already sewed one part, so we are going to sew this one. Turn like this. The sewing has to be from inside, so I'm going to sew it right here at the edge, same as I did with the other one. And I left about 7 centimeters on each side, 7 centimeters on this side and 7 centimeters on this side, and then I did the sewing of the handle. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you can use some markers and place the handles, so then you can do the sewing and you don't have any problems. Okay, so now I know that the handles will be placed here and they will not move around. And the next thing that I'm going to do is just turn like this, and I will start sewing, putting this on the down part and sewing up and down like this. Okay, so let me just do the first stitch here. And I'm going to just grab the next stitch and again the next stitch over here. Very simple sewing. And do that for all the stitches one by one. So once I grabbed also the last stitch, I will go on my way back one more time. Okay, it's really secured, and then secure the yarn and fasten off. Okay, so once you do, it will look like this. So once you are done, you do the other one, and of course do the other handles, which I already did. And let me show you how it all came together. Okay guys, here it is. I'm really happy with the result. I hope that you like it too. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. If you are new, I hope you are considering to subscribe, and also don't forget to check the description box for all the details on the materials that I have used and the link to my website where you can find the full free rhythm pattern. So I will see you on my next one. Tschüss!